from Anonymous. Hello, Trip. Thank you so much, man. I've been following you for a minute now. I must confess your advice has helped me a lot. I found a girl I like, asked her to an outing, and she agreed. The issue now is that I'm kind of nervous because the place we're going is like 45 minutes away, and we would have to be in the car for that long, but I'm confused as to what to talk about when we're on the way. Any advice from me, Trip? Thank you, Anonymous. Well, you know what's interesting is, what were you planning on talking about when you were not in the car? You know, it's kind of the same stuff that you'd be talking about on a date. So what you talk about in the car on the way to the place that you're going should not be any different than talking the topics of conversation that you're going to be having on the first date. So I wonder if your question is also, well, what would I be saying on the date? If your question is not that, then the answer is simple, and you have the answer right inside your head. Talk about the things that you were going to be talking about when you guys were on the date. But maybe your question is what am I supposed to talk about on a date? Well, you talk about a lot of things. Ask her the questions that you want to know about her. There's probably things you want to know. You should know that who she is and filter for a woman that you're looking for. So a lot of your questions might be based on filtering. A client right now that I'm working with, he actually had a very similar question, like, you know, what am I supposed to talk about? And I said to him, well, you need to be filtering, right? The whole point of dates is to filter for a woman that you like. So you need to find out, does this woman, want kids eventually? Does this woman like the things that you are interested in? If those are important to you, look, again, think 3 non-negotiables. I talk about this a lot. 3 non-negotiables, whatever those are, you need to ask her questions to find out if she has those things. So the client that I'm working with right now, he's looking for someone who is physically fit, someone who wants kids, and what's his third one? I think we're still trying to nail down what that third one is. But some examples are fit, feminine, and friendly. Some people are looking just for that. Either way, conversation can be geared around what you're looking for. Also, there's questions you can ask to build attraction. Those are in my book. If you want to get those, I have a bunch of questions that you can ask. You get Magnetic, my book. It's on Amazon, so there's a lot of questions in there to build attraction. If you don't want to get the book, that's fine. You can look up the 36 questions that make a girl attracted to you. I have a video on that. Plus, there's a whole study that was done. You take some of those questions, but the book is cool because I go into which ones I think are really good for a first date. So you can ask those questions to connect with her more, because that study was done to provide questions that connected two people together and built more attraction and investment. And then you can just talk about the things that you want to talk about. This is entertainment. This is the E in my TED system, right? My whole system on meeting women is called the TED system. E stands for entertainment, meaning entertain yourself. Don't entertain her. Entertain yourself. Talk about the things that you want to talk about. Enjoy the conversation. Ask her questions and talk about the things that are interesting to you, because when you're having a good time, she'll have a good time based on the law of state transfer. When you feel good, she'll feel good. Okay, so that is my kind of quick answer for your quick question here. The idea here is 45 minutes in the car. Use all those things to talk about. That should be good. And again, those are the same things that you'll be talking about when you are not driving, when you're just on the date.